Beach and boating forecast looking out to your Saturday. This is posted on Friday afternoon. If you like these maps that you're about to see and say, I want to get those for the next few days, you can always do that by becoming a 1 Degree Outside enthusiast. Check out membership.onedegreeoutside.com. See if there's a level that matches for you. All right, look, it's not the best beach forecast on Saturday, right? Always encourage you to use our app for the hourly timing for your exact location. But bottom line, if you're going to be on a Maine or New Hampshire beach, you've got more in the way of showers. Eastern Mass going to shower until about midday, maybe very early afternoon. The Cape may be all the way into the early afternoon. The South Coast, if you're in Connecticut, Long Island Sound, it's a little bit sooner that it exits. But everybody's got a lot of clouds, a low UV index. There might be some breaks as we get to the afternoon for you here. An early afternoon high tide and rip currents on the bright side are going to be fairly low. So there's a warm front coming in. That's what gets the showers going. You can see the wind coming out of the southeast into the Maine coast. I'll show you just how gusty it gets in a moment. And it gets a little gusty out of the south when you get to the south coast. And the reason for that is because you get more into the warmer air. With the water temperatures still running cool, when you start to bring an increasing dew point in, you are going to get fog. We've likely warmed the water enough to avoid that when you get around the Cape and the islands for the most part, but the farther north you go, the more you'll have a propensity for fog to be moving in over the course of the day. So in terms of your wind and waves, again, the south coast goes to a southerly wind. So that is going to build your sea just a little bit, particularly in chop for the most part here. And notice your wind is steady on the order of about 15 to 20 miles an hour, about 10 to 15 knots. In terms of the gusts, you may gust all the way up to 20 and 25 knots coming out of the south and transporting in that more humid air. Not too worried about thunder. There's going to be the showers in the morning. It's not impossible to get thunder mixed in, but we don't think it's going to be big, widespread, strong thunderstorms. We'll watch the evening as a cold front approaches from the north and west. That also includes the eastern waters where it's a 1 to 2 to 3 foot sea as you make your way from the coastline all the way out to Stellwagen. The gusts, not a big deal for you in the eastern waters. And then you get into Maine. And what's interesting here is you get the seas 3 feet in chop, but notice your winds are picking up when you get down to eastern Maine. Actually, the gusts are really impressive. When you make your way, let's say, out to Mount Desert Rock, there may be gusts over 40. That is not the case, though, at all. When you come down from, let's say, Cape Elizabeth and you run down through Kittery, it's a much, much lighter wind because you're right underneath that warm front that's coming in on top of us. So just a reminder, if you haven't already kind of discovered this, with our app, once you set a location, pick a coastal town, let's say, and then hit the 3 dots next to it in your location list, hit pinpoint. You can pinch and zoom and get that pin to drop anywhere you want. And I'm talking like right down to where you like to put your beach chair or your fishing spot or your lobster pot just offshore. Seriously, it'll work just about anywhere. Gives you all the weather conditions that you need for any of those spots. That's how things look for now. Look forward to seeing you again always. 1degreeoutside.com and atop the home screen of our 1 Degree Outside weather app.